D2 Word Life here with the Dominic mustache loving boy, Riptidz. Fuck.
You don't talk in your mouth?
Jesus.
And I fucking called this months ago. And it fucking happened exactly how I said it was gonna fucking happen.
Yeah. We'll talk about exactly what you mean here. Literally within like a minute or two. But anyway, we are reviewing the 2024 SummerSlam event, and apparently I can't talk for shit.
Yeah, because he has cock in his mouth.
Honestly, that'd be more action than what I'm getting right now, so fuck off. Just for the record, I don't swing that way, but I don't have an issue with those who do. Just to clarify. Unlike Riptidz over here, I don't know, he's kind of questionable. You can't even talk either.
Because I had something in my mouth. It was soda.
Sure. We'll go with that. But anyway, SummerSlam 2024 took place. With the stool. We don't talk about that. Oh yeah, off topic. During Matt's live stream, I actually told him what the whole stool meant when I made my voice non-shareable. He was cringing at that. But yet, again, we don't talk about that. Anyway, back to topic. SummerSlam 2024 was held on August 3rd, 2024 from Cleveland, Ohio at the Cleveland Browns Stadium with an attendance of 57,791. Disputed because I think WWE is also inflating that with the number of employees there.
No, that's how many people showed up.
But that set aside, let's talk about the event here itself. The freaking host for the show was The Miz and R-Truth. We didn't even know that till near the very end, really.
Yep.
And of course, the special celebrity guest was rock and roll singer Jelly Roll.
Yep.
And of course, the commentators for the show was Corey Graves, Pat McAfee, and your boy Michael Cole.
No. He's your boy. You love watching his old matches, don't you?
And of course, the ring announcer was Samantha Irvine. I am not going to dignify your Michael Cole statement with a response. Because anyone who's heard our past freaking podcast knows my feeling on that already.
See, guys, he doesn't deny it. He actually likes seeing Michael Cole in an orange singlet.
Just because you're fascinated with prisoner Michael Cole doesn't mean I am.
No. That's you.
No.
You just told me yesterday that you enjoyed watching his matches.
Nice. That was you who enjoyed his freaking old matches from years ago that he had no business in.
Lies!
Who was the one who picked out the only event that we seen Michael Cole wrestle? That was you. That wasn't my idea.
That was your idea because you're like, oh, you better not. I'm like,
you made me suffer through that. You made me suffer through that. And yes, if you watch that WrestleMania 27 review, go back and rewatch it after watching this one, or listening to this one, I should say, I freaking shat all over that match. Like I freaking went all hardcore, all out with hatred, and gave that match a way negative, like shit territory, as we all know. But anyway,
everyone, don't believe him. All underneath that bravado, he actually enjoys watching Michael Cole.
Yeah, just like you. Yeah, I like watching Michael Cole matches as much as you love watching Rico matches.
At least those are entertaining.
At least Rico was a real wrestler and not just an announcer. You're like, yeah, true, right?
Especially when he went crazy.
But anyway, getting back to the topic on hand here. The opening contest saw Rhea Ripley with Dominic Mysterio challenge Women's World Champion Liv Morgan in a one-on-one match in a feud that's been brewing over the past several weeks. With this whole love triangle with Dominic Mysterio with Rhea and Morgan here in the weeks leading up to SummerSlam.
And I fucking called this, that if Dominic had freaking interfered, that Rhea Ripley would have lost. And look what the fuck just happened.
Yeah, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Before the big ending, your thoughts on this match? And I really can't say it was really one-sided, but it did have its scary moments. When Rhea Ripley claimed that her shoulder got yanked out of socket again.
It was interesting, and then right when she got hit in the arm or hit the
ring post,
it dislodged her arm.
Yeah. I don't know if it legit dislodged her arm out of socket or if she was just good at selling, but it looked cringe. Well,
she said it's out. So
and then the cringiest part was when she when she was on the outside and actually popped it back in by slamming her arm against her shoulder against the goddamn ring announcer desk.
That's all you can do.
Yeah. And even Michael was like, that is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Right?
And he's seen some weird shit real up close.
Yeah. Yeah, and over the course of the matchup, Rhea Ripley did manage to hit the Riptides for 2 count, I believe. Then she did the prison trap submission hold, which Rhea Ripley just got out of. But let's some of the highlights, and also freaking Liv Morgan was working on that arm, trying to weaken.
You mean that Liv Morgan got out of? You said that Rhea Ripley got out of.
Or Liv Morgan got out of the submission hold, whatever. You know what I mean? Like I said, I can't talk today. I've been talking. I was talking in Matt's live stream for 12 hours straight. Okay, cut me some slack here. But anyway, Liv Morgan got out of the prison trap, and at this point, Rhea Ripley just was dominating. She went berserko, went to go grab a steel chair, and of course, Dominic got on the apron. And at first, you think freaking Dominic was helping Rhea Ripley, saying, no, don't hit Liv Morgan with a chair. You want the title, right? If you hit her with a chair, you ain't winning the championship. Which, logically, that is true in every title match. Am I right? I mean, he's not wrong.
But she wanted to freaking literally brutalize Liv Morgan because of what she had done and what she was terrorizing the whole Judgment Day about.
Yeah, and then while Dom was still up on the ring apron, he slid the chair in the ring. Then he distracted the referee, and it was the same shit what happened to Becky Lynch, where Liv Morgan took advantage, nailed her finisher on Rhea Ripley onto the steel chair, and covered Rhea Ripley to retain the Women's World Championship.
Yeah.
And at first, everyone was confused about what just happened. And everyone was thinking, did Dominic accidentally let Liv Morgan win again, just like what happened to Becky Lynch back at what was it, Queen of the Ring? Or was it the pay-per-view before? I don't remember.
Saudi Arabia.
The Saudi Arabia show that we reviewed. But no, it was actually done on purpose, because right after the match, Dominic planted a kiss on Liv Morgan, thus turning his back on Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, what did I say? What the fuck did I say?
You predicted that.
Months ago.
You predicted that.
I don't know how, but I fucking did.
Like I said, well, there was one thing that Dominic was really truthful about for his Instagram post the other day. He is a little bitch.
Yes.
And I
agree with everything that Pat McAfee said. He's like, he's a literal he turned his back on his dad. He turned his back on Rhea Ripley. And he is literally the biggest piece of shit there is. And scumbag.
Exactly, but this was just the start. of what would turn out to be an implosion.
It's just the start of my prediction.
But in the back, and then later on we go backstage, we see freaking world champion Damian Priest all pissed off about what Dominic did, obviously, and then Finn Balor claimed he knew, but he goes, hey, don't worry about it, just focus on Gunther later, right?
Yeah, he literally asked everyone, oh, did you guys know about this? Where is that little bitch?
Where's that little bitch at, right? Yeah. But then, like, Finn Balor goes, if you want me out there, later on, Finn Balor even told Damian Priest, you want me out there, man, just give me a signal. Right? And we'll come back. We'll talk about that match in a little bit later. So, yeah, so what do you think of this opening contest? And the storytelling it had?
It was good. It's not the end of it, though.
Well, it ain't the end of the feud for sure, man. I wouldn't be surprised if these two women fought each other in Hell in a Cell at Bad Blood in October to end their feud. So we may be talking about this match when they're in Hell in a Cell in a couple months. Who knows? Anyway, we go on to the next match, which was Sami Zayn defending the Intercontinental Championship in a rematch against Braun Breaker. And of course, this was a rematch for Money in the Bank.
Yep.
That Braun Breaker became number one contender by defeating Dragunov by countout a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And Braun Breaker was just on a rampage in this feud with Sami Zayn, including going through a bunch of security and officials and spearing Sami Zayn on the Raw prior to this.
Yep.
This was a relatively short match, though. Braun Breaker was dominant through most of it. He didn't waste any time like he did last month.
Yeah.
And of course, Sami Zayn tried to battle back, including hitting the Blue Thunder Bomb at one point to Braun Breaker. Did it work? No, it didn't. It never does. Except for that one time to JD McDumbass in Saudi Arabia. But in the end, Braun Breaker hit a devastating spear after about a good 5-minute match and defeated Sami to become the new Intercontinental Champion.
Yep.
I mean, hell, even Sami Zayn even tried going for a Luva gig at one point, and that didn't connect at all.
Yep.
So that tells you all you need to know. They made Braun Breaker look dominant in this match.
He was dominant through the entire match.
Yeah. So, your thoughts on this one?
It was interesting.
I mean,
was it really pay-per-view worthy?
I feel like it could have used a little bit more.
Yes.
Like, I get, the main event matches were long. They probably cut that for time, but I feel like it could have used a little bit more. Maybe another, another 5 minutes, like making it 10 minutes even could have been good.
Yes.
And they could have at least had Sami get more offense in, even though he'd still be taking the loss here.
Yeah.
They could have at least had him fight from underneath, tease like he was going to win, but then still have Breaker get the dominant victory anyway.
Yeah.
But, the way it was, it's like, it feels like a match you could have seen on Raw. Now, both men did what they did, and Braun Breaker did look great. He did look strong in victory here. I'm not going to deny that. I mean, with the way they're pushing Braun Breaker, it'll only be a matter of time before we're talking about him in the world title picture, obviously.
Yeah.
But, it's just nitpicking to me. I just felt like it could have used a little bit more time to tell this story. Yeah. But honestly, all in all, I think the right man won here. Since Braun Breaker's the up-and-comer, big strong star here, that he needs a title win.
Yeah.
And as a big bully heel, might as well take Sami Zayn side, who's one of the big top baby faces. So it makes sense to do it that way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good for what it was. So the next match was the much anticipated U.S. title match between the champion Logan Paul, who had Machine Gun Kelly at ringside, taking on LA Knight for the U.S. title.
Fuck both Logan Paul and Machine Gun Kelly. He's a wannabe Eminem.
Eminem could freaking goddamn wipe the table with Machine Gun Kelly, okay?
He's already done it.
Yeah, proved it many times.
Yes.
Of course, I did like the whole segment before LA Knight's entrance where he arrived in the Logan Paul's prime truck.
Well, he stole it on Friday.
Yeah, he stole it literally the night previous to this. And then he showed back up. He goes, okay, Logan, I'm done with this. But I'm going to help you out, buddy. Help you out with vision here. Let me freaking, let me do something to clear this window. Let me do something to this window so you can actually see. And he smashed the window to the fucking car.
Yep.
With a lead pipe. Which obviously that was freaking fixed glass because you cannot easily break a car window.
Yes, you can.
Probably if you hit it right dead centered, but shit, if you try whacking it with a hammer, it won't break. Right?
Yes, it was.
But anyway. I really don't like Logan Paul, but I gotta say, he wrestled his ass off against LA Knight here. It wasn't just a one-sided beatdown.
Yeah.
When those two actually told the story in the ring, which coincided with their little feud, including LA Knight at one point being in Logan Paul's pool.
Yeah.
Just chilling, relaxing. But anyway, those two had a good scrap. At some points of the match, it looked like LA Knight had the advantage in the win. Other points of the match, it looked like Logan Paul had the advantage to win. But then Logan Paul, near the end, had to just go up to a Healy's ways. Because they were brawling in the ring, LA Knight ended up going to the outside, taking out his security entourage who helped Logan Paul cheat before, so he done his homework, right?
Yeah, but did you see Machine Gun Kelly pick up the fucking Prime bottle and try to fucking use it as a weapon?
Yes.
Fucking pussy.
Yeah. But then speaking of Machine Gun Kelly, he would be instrumental in somewhat of the finish because he gave Logan Paul his brass knuckle chain that he wore around his neck. And Logan Paul only dinked LA Knight in the head with it when LA Knight was going for a suplexer from the outside of the ring into the inside of the ring, whatever. But only for a 2 count. But LA Knight then hit the blunt force trauma finishing move onto Logan Paul to win the match in the U.S. title.
Yeah.
Thus ending Logan Paul's long, miserable reign.
He's only defended that title twice.
I know you were really disappointed that Logan Paul lost. I know he was your boy.
We're disappointed.
What?
We all know that you were disappointed that Logan Paul lost.
I mean, Jesus Christ, you were so disappointed you were drinking Prime in honor of that title reign.
Fuck Prime. Prime is shit.
You know, it's funny, I haven't even drank any of that stuff, and even I agree with you.
They're in a lawsuit right now.
Yeah, but anyway, your thoughts about this LA Knight Logan Paul match? I know we really didn't go into too much detail, only the ending of it. To be honest, I fell asleep during most of this matchup because I was up since 4 a.m. at time of recording. I'm freaking working on freaking fumes right now. Trying to stay awake to do this review. But you've seen the whole match. What was your thoughts on it?
Logan Paul got his ass whooped from beginning to end.
Yeah. And what do you think about LA Knight finally winning? LA Knight not only winning this match, but winning his first championship in WWE.
The right superstar won.
Yep, now it's just we'll see what happens from here with LA Knight being the US champion on SmackDown.
probably fucking Logan Paul will go for his rematch.
I'm all up for seeing those two facing off again, as long as LA Knight wins again.
Yeah.
And maybe the U.S. title can actually start being relevant on SmackDown, knowing a full-time performer actually has a title again.
Yeah.
But yeah, no one can deny that Logan Paul can't wrestle. He shows it every single time, despite the fact that we hate him. We gotta give the devil his due sometimes, you know what I mean?
Nope, he can't wrestle. Just like his brother can't fight.
If he couldn't wrestle, he wouldn't be signed wrestling in WWE.
He's a poser.
I don't like Logan Paul as much as the next guy, but shit. Logan Paul's doing stuff in the ring that I wouldn't even want to do.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm happy you lost. So yeah.
Don't worry, he'll lose again. You don't have to, you can wipe those tears away.
Shut up. Shut up, I hate Logan Paul. No. After that, it's like, so after that, the next match on the card was for the WWE Women's Championship, as it was WWE Women's Champion Bayley defending against your woman, 2024 Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax.
Death by snoo snoo.
You're not even going to deny the fact that I said Nia Jax was your woman. All you got to say is death by snoo snoo.
Death by snoo snoo.
Pretty much what we got.
We all know that you want Nia Jax. We all know you like that.
Hell no.
Oh, hell yes.
Hell no.
You even told me you liked her in Saudi Arabia.
Just because you wanted to be under that bonsai drop that night when she won Queen of the Ring doesn't mean shit.
Oh, I know you did. Just like how you liked it when Chelsea Green got smushed.
Oh, Jesus.
You wanted to be.
I don't care who you are.
I
don't care who you are. Back at the Royal Rumble back in January, seeing freaking Chelsea Green get pancaked several times in that match was fucking hilarious.
You wanted to be in her position.
We even talked about that during the Rumble show, and no, I do not.
Yes, you do. Don't deny it.
No.
Lies.
No, that's you.
No, anyway, that's you.
But anyway, let's talk about this match. Nia Jax was pretty much dominating the entire match due to her size. It was pretty much a David versus Goliath match.
Yeah.
Of course, one impressive spot was in the corner when Bayley managed to hit a power bomb on Nia Jax, something I thought we would never see.
Yeah.
And that just gave us a small glimmer of hope that maybe Bayley can overcome these odds and retain the Women's Championship after she came back and brought the fight to Nia Jax, right?
Yeah.
But then at one point when both women are down, guess whose music played? It was Tiffany time. But no, she was teasing her Money in the Bank cash-in, only for it to be a ruse to distract Bayley long enough for Nia Jax to take advantage.
Yep.
And actually hit a third Samoan drop on the Bayley to win the match and become a women's champion now for a second time.
Yep.
Anyway, your thoughts on this matchup here between Bayley and the FRT? What?
Don't even, dude. No.
What? That's what most people would think about Nia Jax. She's a heel.
Yeah, but you said the FRT.
Well, we know Nia Jax is a fat rolling turd. So what? I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, your thoughts on this match. We're not going into detail on that meeting.
Uh-huh.
But anyway,
it was an interesting match. It was cool and interesting, freaking kind of back and forth, but more one-side domination on Nia Jax's part.
Yes. Yeah, by the way, you think me calling Nia Jax an FRT is a freaking dang insult? Jim Cornette on his podcast ripped her a new one after her Queen of the Ring win that's worse than that. So, yeah, what I said was pretty much mild. I'm not really a Nia Jax fan. I respect her family lineage, but I'm not a fan of hers.
No.
That's all I gotta say. Even when she was a face, I never really was a fan of hers, but I respect her in-ring work and where she came from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, your thoughts on this one? I thought it was okay-ish. I appreciate the David versus Goliath story they were going for, but like I said about the Braun Breaker match, it could have been seen on SmackDown.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I feel about it.
It was still a good match.
I mean, was it the match? Was it the best women's match of the night? No, I think that went to Rhea and Morgan. But do I appreciate the story they were trying to tell with this one? Yes. But then afterwards, Nia Jax celebrated with Tiffany Stratton, and they said, "Oh, it's the Queen and the Princess rolling SmackDown now."
Yep.
And I'm like, we're in for dark days. Well, Tiffany Stratton's eventually going to turn on Nia Jax and cash in, I'm betting.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was all good. I mean, there's nothing bad about it. I just felt like Bayley's reign should have been a little bit longer, but hey, that's just me.
Yeah.
So the next match on the card was the match that we were looking forward to, that they've been building ever since January. After months and months of those two screwing each other over, metaphorically, not literally.
Yeah.
We got the much anticipated match between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk with Seth Rollins as a special guest referee.
Yep.
In CM Punk's first singles match since 2014, and his first proper pay-per-view one-on-one match since 2013.
In over a decade.
Yes. So, and boy, Seth Rollins was pretty much saying, "Go at it. I don't care. This is my ring, though. My rules." As soon as I bell rang, those two just started hammering each other with blows, with punches all over the place. They were brawling from the get-go. Because this feud was personal, right?
Yeah.
And at one time, CM Punk had Drew McIntyre on the outside of the ring. Seth Rollins wasn't even counting. Oh, yeah, and by the way, what was it with Seth Rollins' sparkly pants?
He wanted to be like Shawn Michaels when he had sparkly shorts.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
We don't need to talk about Shawn Michaels' shorts from Judgment Day 2000. We already spoke about that during that whole dang review.
Yes, you were mesmerized by them.
Even I remember a segment when we were watching that show. I even remember a segment in the back when Triple H was like, "Dude, what up with the shorts? I like these shorts. I hate them." I'm like, I agree with Triple H on this.
No, you were mesmerized by them. You wanted them.
No.
Yes.
Hell no. But anyway, that's off topic. That was discussed in a previous review. But yeah, Seth Rollins wasn't counting anyone out. Even CM Punk was like, when CM Punk was bashing McIntyre's head into the steel steps, freaking Rollins was acting like he was tying his shoe. He goes, "If I can't see it, I can't disqualify." Pretty much acting like that kind of referee, you know what I mean? That just is lenient, just let shit happens.
Yeah, no, this feud isn't over. It's probably going to go into bad blood.
Yeah, man. Because they were telling the stories like Seth Rollins hates both of them, so why the hell would he care if two of his enemies are just battering the shit out of each other?
Yeah, but then he took the fucking steel chair away from McIntyre.
Yeah, but before we get to that, CM Punk had McIntyre in the corner, just pounding away. Seth Rollins did do a 5 count, but instead of disqualifying anyone, he just freaking pulled CM Punk off of McIntyre and goes, "Nope, you can't let him out of the corner. I ain't disqualifying you, but let him out of the corner. I am the official in this ring." And just to be fair, when McIntyre did the same thing to Punk, Rollins again took freaking McIntyre off of Punk and said the same shit.
Yeah.
To prove that, yeah, I'm being fair. I'm not biased. I'm warning them the same way, right?
Yeah.
But then McIntyre went into the ring. At one point, McIntyre came into the ring with a steel chair. And he tried to convince freaking Seth Rollins to turn and be like, you and I both hate CM Punk. It's like, trust me, let me finish this. Just, since you're the official, go away. You're not going to see this. And be like, oh, you're disqualified, right? He goes, trust me, I'm doing us both a favor. Right?
Yeah.
And right when McIntyre was about to nail Punk with a chair, Rollins actually took the chair from McIntyre. And we almost got a SummerSlam 97 incident.
Yep.
Where McIntyre pushed Seth Rollins, the official. Rollins went to swing the chair at McIntyre. McIntyre ducked, and Rollins almost hit Punk with a chair, but then stopped himself.
Yep.
I was having flashbacks to SummerSlam 97, and we haven't even reviewed that show yet. But anyway, the whole story was being told when at one point McIntyre had Punk down again, and then McIntyre pulled out CM Punk's little family bracelet that he's been carrying around for the last couple months, and put on his wrist to taunt CM Punk, only for CM Punk to battle back and manage to put McIntyre in the Anaconda Vice submission hold and take the bracelet off of him, only for McIntyre to come back with a Claymore kick, right?
Yeah.
For a 2 count. And of course, at this point, Punk's family bracelet that had the name of his wife and his dog on it was on the ground, canvas, right? So Rollins took it upon himself to pick up the bracelet and put on his own wrist. Keep that one in mind, because the finish will come in with that one, right?
Yeah.
And then after more brawling, CM Punk managed to hit the knee on Drew McIntyre, and right when he was going for the go to sleep, freaking noticed the bracelet on Rollins' hand or wrist.
Yeah.
And he got super pissed off. He goes, "What the hell you doing with that shit?" Getting in Rollins' face. Right?
Yeah.
And Rollins even yelled at Punk and goes, "You want anything there? I don't want you here. Nobody wants you here. Period. You son of a bitch. Your issue's not with me. It's with him." Right?
Yeah.
You could even hear Seth Rollins clear as day yell that. But right when CM Punk turned around, McIntyre hit him with a Claymore kick one more time and got the reluctant 3 count from Rollins.
Boy, he kicked him in the nuts.
Well, he kicked him in the nuts and then hit him with the Claymore kick.
Yep.
And then Seth Rollins was like 1, 2, and just made that final 3 count, thus giving McIntyre the win. Because you could tell by a look on Rollins' face that he didn't want to count the 3, but he had to.
Yep.
So I feel it. And then, afterwards, what did McIntyre do? He took the CM Punk's bracelet again and put it on his own wrist and just stood over his prone body with it.
Yep.
And something tells me this feud ain't over. It's either going to result in a triple threat or a Hell in a Cell between McIntyre and Punk, or Punk and Rollins, or something.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm kind of intrigued with this drama storytelling that this match had. So, your thoughts on this one?
It was interesting. The storytelling was there.
Felt like a scrap and a brawl from the get-go.
Yeah.
And I think it was like a worthy pay-per-view type match. I don't think it's a blow-off match, but you know, those two competitors went at it full force. None of them was letting up.
Like I said in the beginning, this feud isn't over.
I mean,
CM Punk's not gonna take it lying down.
Nope. It's like, yeah. It's like this feud ain't over. I felt like it was a pay-per-view match. No man felt like they had the advantage for way too long. And then you added the wild card of Seth Rollins in there. It could have gone either way.
Yeah.
What the story of who is he going to align with, or is he just going to let those two beat the holy high hell out of each other? Which I like the drama and the storytelling told there. When a special referee match like that is told right, with three competitors who supposedly hate each other, it makes for great storytelling and a great brawl.
Yep.
And suspense, and that's what we like to see.
Yep.
So CM Punk may have lost this one, but I have a feeling that the war is not over yet.
Oh, it's not over.
Oh, it's not over yet by a long shot, I believe. But we'll just see what happens in the coming months. But speaking of stuff that's not over, next match to talk about is World Heavyweight Champion Damian Priest defending against Gunther, who was the 2024 King of the Ring winner.
Yep.
Those fucking chops that they delivered to each other, Jesus Christ. Friggin' goddamn Gunther's chest looked like damn hamburger meat and he was busted open.
Well, his chest already looked like hamburger meat from the fight with
Balor.
Balor on Monday.
Yeah.
When they were doing a chopping contest.
And hell, early in the match, freaking Damian Priest was trying to go for the South of Heaven choke slam, only for Gunther to reverse, and the brawl really started. And
but he did eventually hit the South of Heaven and hit the Broken Arrow.
Yeah, but it was a freaking brawl. It was a pretty much to me, it was the second best match of the night. And Damian Priest was fighting from underneath, fighting Gunther back and pretty much matching him move for move.
Yep.
I mean, shit, Gunther was busted open at one point. He even noticed that on the Tron. He freaking wiped his freaking head with it, going insane at one point. Right? Look, I'm like, this guy is out of his mind.
Uh-huh.
And then eventually Damian Priest did hit the Razor's Edge on the South of Heaven choke slam, and Finn Balor was out at ringside late into the match. Right, late into this brawl, right? And when Damian got the pin on Gunther, Gunther ended up going towards the rope. And right when the referee was starting a 3 count, guess what happened? Finn Balor put Gunther's foot on the rope for some reason.
Well, that was Damian Priest's fault because he literally rolled Gunther to the fucking ropes to pin him.
Yep. Yeah, and then Finn Balor put...
Thinking that Finn Balor wouldn't do it would help him out.
Yeah, and then Finn Balor put...
Behold,
Finn Balor
what do I predict yet again?
Yeah, Finn Balor put Gunther's freaking...
fucking turning on him.
Yeah, Finn Balor put Gunther's foot on the rope, thus breaking the pinfall. Damian Priest had no idea what was going on until they showed the replay on the Tron.
Yep.
And then Damian Priest got all pissed off, as he naturally would. But then Gunther came back, got him in the chokehold, which... Got him in a sleeper chokehold, right? Which, at first, Damian Priest battled back into a pitting combination, which Gunther kicked out of. But instead of focusing his attack on Gunther, like he should have done, he went to go freaking choke out he went to go freaking choke freaking Balor at ringside. Only to freaking only for freaking Damian Priest to wind up back in the sleeper hold submission again by Gunther. And despite fighting valiantly at the end, Damian Priest couldn't handle it, and he passed out.
Yep.
Thus, making Gunther the new World Heavyweight Champion, like I predicted. Now get used to Gunther being the World Champion. He'll have a 2,000-day title reign.
That's it.
Surpassing Roman Reigns' championship reign. So, you fucking called this one again, the implosion of the Judgment Day, but what do you think of this world title match?
It was good. Everything was interesting. It was a back and forth. Damian Priest tried to hit his moves. Gunther tried to hit his moves. He tried to hit the Razor's Edge. Failed, hit it, finally hit it, then did the South of Heaven choke slam.
Yeah. And
he freaking literally went chop for chop, kick for kick. It was basically almost a one-sided beatdown by Damian.
Yeah, but Damian gave Gunther a fight. That's all I have to say.
Like I said, it was almost a one-sided beatdown.
Freaking at least Damian Priest didn't go down like a squash jump.
Yeah. Well, he never went down. Everyone thought that he would be a flash in the pan champion, yet he's defended that title every fucking time.
Yeah, and the short period he had it between now and WrestleMania.
Yes.
Or between WrestleMania now, whatever you want to call it. But
WrestleMania now?
Yeah, between WrestleMania and now. It was...
Yes, but everyone thought that he would drop the title when Rollins
came back.
Did his rematch.
Yeah. So, again, I gotta say, this match, I had a feeling Gunther was going to win because they were going to push him anyway after that 666-day title reign, Intercontinental title championship reign, and the King of the Ring win.
Yeah.
But, at least we got another story out of it because now the big freaking story is going to be Damian Priest versus Finn Balor in the implosion of the Judgment Day.
Well, first it's going to be Damian Priest versus Gunther for the rematch.
Yeah.
Maybe. And most likely, after that match, if he wins or if there's interference yet again, then it's going to be probably at Bad Blood.
Yeah.
Damian Priest versus
Finn Balor.
Or if he uses his rematch at Bad Blood, then it'll be probably either the fight between Balor and Damian or Gunther versus
Priest.
Damian Priest for the title. Either one, it'll still be a freaking amazing show.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's Damian versus Finn Balor because I want to see Damian Priest beat the living shit out of Finn Balor.
Yep.
And it'd be funny as hell if Dominic tried to get in there and he got his ass beat.
With Dominic turning on Rhea Ripley and now Finn Balor turning on Damian Priest here, the old Judgment Day stable is no more.
Yes.
With two of their members, I'm guessing, kicked out and one added with Liv Morgan. I don't know. It's really confusing.
I don't know.
I guess we'll get those answers on Raw in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
But anyway, after the match, The Miz and R-Truth came out to announce the attendance record, and then Grayson Waller and Austin Theory got in to interrupt and insult the crowd and Jelly Roll only to get beaten down by Miz, R-Truth, and Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, before I forget, this show actually opened up with Jelly Roll singing his song "Liar," the show pay-per-view theme song.
Yeah, but it was also funny that R2's like, oh, we're in the home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And he's like, well, here's introducing Ricky Morton.
And Billy Gibbs in the Ricky Morton and the other Rock and Roll Express, whatever.
Yes.
He goes, and Miz like, that's not the Rock and Roll. That's freaking Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. But in the end, both of them got their ass kicked.
It was funny as hell. Fucking Jelly Roll did a one-handed fucking choke slam.
Yes. And then they all did a 5-knuckle shovel. So would that be a 15-knuckle shovel?
Yes.
I don't even want to discuss that. But
three guys, one man.
Yep. But after that,
and you can take it either way, people. It's a joke.
Yes. But either way, we get to our main event now, which was Cody Rhodes defending the undisputed WWE Championship. Let's just call it the WWE Championship because it was a World Heavyweight title. He was defending the WWE Championship against Solo Sikoa in a Bloodline Rules match. And we all know Solo is your tribal chief.
Nope, he's yours.
I don't think so, Scooter.
You know you want him to. You knew you wanted him to win the title so you could acknowledge him.
The day that I acknowledge Solo Sikoa is the day that you shave your porn stash off your face.
I don't have a foreign stash. I have a fabu stash. Thank you very much.
I beg to differ.
I know, because you're too ugly.
Bitch, I look better than you.
Nope.
At least I got the better facial hair.
Nope.
Wait a minute, what the fuck were we even talking about? Oh yeah, we're talking about the main event with Rhodes and Sikoa in a Bloodline Rules match.
Yep.
Now, Solo Sikoa made his entrance. Cody Rhodes started making his entrance, leaving his tour bus.
What the fuck was up with his headdress?
Yeah, before we get to that, he got out of his tour bus into the arena with his dog. He left his dog, or he ran into Arn Anderson in the back. And those two embraced. And then Cody Rhodes put on his headgear piece, made his entrance, and Jesus Christ, what was up with that headgear piece? And we thought Triple H looked ridiculous during his WrestleMania entrances over the years, but that skull, no offense, but that skull on there looked like a mask you'd buy during the Halloween season at Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
But headpiece aside, that's not really the focus here. The focus is the actual match itself. It wasn't wild and crazy with weapon spots like the last Bloodline Rules match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but did you see him fucking fling those fucking
Prime bottles?
Steps?
Yeah. Yeah, and then freaking Solo went into the Prime balls at one point.
Yeah. Dude, I swear to God that I thought that when he got hit with the spear from Solo, that when he took those steel steps, that they were coming right back at him.
Oh, I've seen that scary spot, bro. Yeah, I mean...
Oh my God, this is going to be fucking cringe.
I mean, Cody Rhodes did bring the steel steps in the ring at one point. Looked like he was going to bash Solo's brains in like he did with Styles a couple months ago. Yeah. Only for Solo to come back, hit a spear. Them steps ricocheted off the goddamn ropes and back into Cody Rhodes' direction. If freaking Rhodes didn't get out of the way or put his hands or legs up to stop it, he could have got his head crushed by them stairs. Right? So yeah, that was a scary thing to see.
Yep.
But then when Cody Rhodes tried to mount a comeback, the two twins showed up.
Yeah, Tama Tonga and Tongaloa.
Yeah, not the Usos, the other twins, the ones you just described, yes.
The brother.
Yeah, the two brothers. What were they, Haku's sons?
Yes.
Yeah, they showed up, put the beat down on Cody Rhodes for a good minute. Looked like Solo was going to win it only for freaking Kevin Owens to come out, try to battle back on Rhodes' side. only to get beaten down a little bit. And then Randy Orton came out. Then it was an arcade fest. And then...
And no one in Cleveland had schizophrenia.
Yeah. That's because they didn't play Randy Orton's theme song long enough for them to chant it.
It doesn't matter. Once that theme song normally hit, everyone would go off.
And yeah, that's a joke. But anyway, Owens and Orton fought off the twins here, or the two brothers there. And then Cody Rhodes was mounting another comeback again, like he always does. Putting the beat down on Solo Sikoa, hitting his punch that he has. What's the other his signature move that he has too?
He hit him with Cody Cutter, the disaster kick.
Cody Cutter disaster kick.
The crossroads. Even though Sikoa fucking countered what he was going to do, the crossroads, and then Cody countered it into his own crossroads.
Only for a 2 count to happen, and then Jacob Fatu at some point came out and attacked Cody Rhodes, also near the end.
Towards the end, after Randy Orton and KO chased Tongaloa and Tama Tonga.
Yeah, and then and Jacob Fatu also nailed Cody Rhodes with a big splash to the announce table, probably wrecking his knee in the process.
He hurt his ankle.
His ankle, his knee, whatever.
Because he hit his ankle right at the wood part of the announce table when he landed on Cody.
Yeah. And
right
then,
at that.
Yeah, and then even though his ankle was in pain, freaking the crazy Jacob told freaking Solo, put him in the ring and end it now. Right?
Yeah.
And right when freaking Solo was standing tall, looked like he was about to put the end to Cody Rhodes, another certain theme song played. Yes, the OTC freaking came out, and yes, that stands for Original Tribal Chief. Our Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, returned. That's what happened.
I thought it stood for Old Total Child.
You can't even think of a snappy insult. You had to think about that one for a little bit.
I can probably come up with something better, but
it's like our Tribal Chief, freaking Roman Reigns, came out, making his return for the first time since losing the title at WrestleMania 40.
He will never be my Tribal Chief.
Well, who would you rather acknowledge as your Tribal Chief, Solo Sikoa or Roman Reigns, if you had to pick one?
Neither.
You have to answer it.
Neither.
Well, I already know what you freaking told me, so there you go.
I choose neither.
He told me he would acknowledge Roman Reigns.
Tribal chops.
You want the tribal chops? Rico's not part of the bloodline. No. We all know you would acknowledge freaking Roman Reigns. Live up to the meme.
No.
Do it.
No.
But anyway, going back to the ending of this, we were unsure. It's like the commentators were unsure. Whose side is he on? Is he going to attack Cody Rhodes, the man who took the title from him, or will he attack Solo Sikoa, the guy who's been going around saying he's the Tribal Chief now? Well, the answer was obvious when Roman Reigns hit the ring.
When he got into the ring, he fucking just cock-locked and fucking smacked him.
Yeah. As soon as Roman hit the ring, he nailed the Superman punch onto Solo Sikoa and then speared Sikoa, thus answering everyone's question. And even Cody Rhodes looked there in shock, right?
Yep.
And at that point, freaking Roman exited the ring, pretty much giving the acknowledgement to Rhodes saying, finish it. Right?
Yep.
And then Cody
he
Rhodes
was pointing at his shirt. Oh, gee. See.
Yep. Yeah, and then Cody Rhodes hit the crossroads on Solo Sikoa and got the 3 count to retain the WWE Championship.
Oh, I got it. Original tribal chops.
Jesus.
They're OTC.
No, that sounds like a shirt that Rico would wear. It's funny how Rico hasn't been around in WWE for like 20 years, and we're freaking goddamn.
There we go. It's the original tribal cheeks.
It's not that'd be a Rikishi shirt.
Yes, but OTC, original tribal cheeks.
But anyway, it's funny we're talking. It's funny we're talking about freaking Rico here when it comes to tribal chops, and Rico hasn't even been in the WWE for the last 20 years. But anyway, your thoughts on this main event?
Was never paid.
Yep. Anyway, your thoughts on this main event match between Rhodes and Sikoa here?
It was good. It wasn't one-sided too much.
It told the story you needed to tell. There was a couple of points where everyone actually thought Sikoa was going to win the championship here.
Well, it looked like because he had Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga come out.
Yeah.
And Tonga Loa was the one that was wearing the eye patch.
For some reason, yes.
Because he was injured. He had an eye injury.
Yeah.
And so that's why it was Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu that are the tag team champions.
Yep. Try saying... okay, here's a little tongue twister for you. Try saying Tama Tonga 3 times fast.
Tama Tonga, Tama Tonga, Tama Tonga.
God damn it, you did it. But anyway, I thought the match was alright. I thought it was pretty good. Told the story what it needed to tell, and Roman Reigns coming back, really wasn't that big of a surprise to me considering the story they were telling, but I heard rumors that Reigns was supposed to return tonight, or at SummerSlam, but you know me, when it comes to wrestling rumors, I'll believe it when it happens.
Well, yeah, the thing is he was already, they said it was canceled to fool people. And I'm like, no, he's still going to be. Then they said it again on Facebook. Oh, it's confirmed he's already in Cleveland. And I'm like, yeah, there's another superstar that's supposed to be making a debut sometime soon.
Yeah.
That's also in Cleveland with him.
And honestly, I think the main event was the match of the night. I mean, all the other matches were pretty good too, but this one was the match of the night, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And now we got another story to tell. The battle of the original tribal chief versus the Wish.com tribal chief.
Yes.
Which their blow-off could happen at freaking Bad Blood, or it could go as far as Survivor Series in the War Games match.
Yeah.
If they want to drag it out that far.
They could.
So yeah, I thought the match was great. I feel like the right person won because, don't get me wrong, I think Solo Sikoa at some point may be a world champion as a heel, but I just don't think it was his time yet. To be perfectly honest, pretty much the opposite of Gunther. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, Solo Sikoa does make a great heel wrestler that you can easily hate. Right?
Yeah. Well, we'll be seeing, I think, Jimmy is supposed to be coming back.
I think Jimmy's going to be coming back. I think when he comes back, he's going to be reunited with Jey Uso.
Probably.
And maybe since Sami Zayn lost, maybe they'll put him in this storyline to be an associate with Reigns as well for this story.
That's what people are speculating, is that he's going to be probably the 5th member of it, because he was originally an honorary Uso.
Yeah. That way we can have the OC bloodline versus this new bloodline 2.0 stable.
Yes.
And since Sami Zayn lost the Intercontinental title earlier at SummerSlam in this event, then he would be free to do this if they go that direction.
Yes.
But I guess we'll just see what happens in the coming months with the with Raw, SmackDown, and the pay-per-views. Which the next current WWE pay-per-view is the Bash in Berlin at the end of this month.
Yep.
And we're going to be reviewing that after it happens. But now let's go to our starter rating system. Liv Morgan defeating Rhea Ripley thanks to Dominic Mysterio turning on Rhea Ripley. The storytelling does give it some points, but it was kind of predictable. We knew that was going to happen, but the match itself was great. A little cringe, but it was good. I think it was a good way to open, so I give it about 3.5 out of 5.
Solid 4.
Braun Breaker dominating Sami Zayn to win the Intercontinental Championship. They told the story they needed to tell, but like I said, it felt more like a match on Raw. So I would just give it about 3 stars out of 5 average.
2.
Yeah, I give a little extra for the storytelling dominance, but that was about it. LA Knight defeating Logan Paul to win the United States Championship. I'd give that about 3 3/4 out of 5. You'd give it 5 only because Logan Paul got his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Nia Jax defeating Bayley to win the WWE Women's Championship in somewhat of a glorified long squash match. Yeah,
4.
Both you give it a 4. Both, like I said, both told the story, but just because the T's cash in and the alliance alone with the storytelling, I would give it 3 out of 5.
I still stand with mine.
Yep. Drew McIntyre defeating CM Punk with Seth Rollins as referee. Great storytelling and everything else. Felt personal. Great brawl. I give it 4 3/4 out of 5.
4.5.
What?
4.5.
Kind of the same thinking pattern here. Gunther defeating Damian Priest after Finn Balor betrayed Damian Priest. For a great brawl this was, I'd give it about 3 3/4 out of 5.
I'd give it a 4 because it was mostly Damian Priest dominating and him probably going to be going out on his own, which he should have done in the fucking beginning.
Yeah.
After he won the title, because that kind of was where the cracks were beginning, like I said, from fucking months and months ago.
Yep. And in the main event, Cody Rhodes defeating Solo Sikoa after Roman Reigns returned to destroy Sikoa himself. And the great match they freaking told throughout in this Bloodline Rules match, I'd give it 5 out of 5.
Same.
Yeah, because the main event was the match of the night, in my opinion. So, when I average all this up, average all the scores up, my scores up, I would give SummerSlam 2024 a very high B grade.
A.
Yeah, you would give it an A. I'd give it a high B. Near A territory.
Yeah.
Now, for me personally, like I said, if the Sami Zayn Braun Breaker match was just 5 minutes longer, it probably would have been A tier for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they probably wanted to hurry the match up to get to the other matches so they could get their showtime.
But then again, in WWE's defense, that main event was near a half hour long, so I understand that.
Like I said, they wanted to probably... They would have probably had it longer, but they wanted to extend the main event.
Yeah. So overall, for me, it gets a B, just for that tiny little nitpick. But other than that, SummerSlam 2024 is a solid show.
Yeah, it was a great show.
Okay, now that our grades are up for this show and everything else, I would recommend, you'd watch it, but if you're going to watch one match, watch the main event. If you're just going to pick one match out of this, or if you want to pick two matches, go for the CM Punk and McIntyre match and the main event.
Yep.
So, that was our review for SummerSlam 2024. So, next time we're on podcast talking about a wrestling event, it'll be yet another classic wrestling event that you pick. So, What are we going to be reviewing next week here on the podcast?
It's a very classic. It is the Montreal Screwjob.
Oh, yeah. So I guess we're going to be reviewing the 1997 Survivor Series event where nothing controversial happens in the main event, I swear.
Exactly.
Anyway, I guess until...
I got screwed! And I keep getting screwed! And you do nothing about it!
This is bullshit! But anyway, until then, we will see you all. Until then, we'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
Doses.